guys requested that I make a cooking video because I said that today I'm going to be cooking and baking all day. I'm actually only making one thing, or one final thing, but it's going to take me a few hours, so if you guys want to come along, you can see what I'm cooking! So the first thing we're making today is going to be anko, which is sweet red bean paste that they make in Japan. And it's made with these azuki beans, which I bought at TNT today. So the recipe I'm using calls for 300 grams of these suckers. So I got my scale, I got my not so steady hand pouring them. Alright, almost there. Almost there. Almost, come on. Perfect. Now you have to soak these beans in some water for a little while. So let's do that. Now that the beans are thoroughly soaked, you can transfer them into a pot. Ta-da! Set your stove to high and wait for the beans to boil. The beans are dancing. Once it's boiling, you have to add a bit of cold water. And now wait for it to boil again. Now that it's boiling again, we have to drain them. Put them back in the pot and fill it back up with water. Now set your stove to low heat, and you have to let the beans simmer for about 2 hours, and apparently you have to scrape the foam off the top. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. While we're waiting for those beans to cook, we may as well start making the main food item thing, which is gonna be some anpan, which, if you don't know, is a Japanese bun that is filled with anko, which is what's cooking over there. It's a very common snack bun or bread, so we're gonna make that, and I've got all the ingredients ready right here. So we've got some all-purpose flour. We've got some cake flour, which is rice flour with some yeast in it. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if these are going to work very well. It's kind of experimental. Never made this before, don't have proper ingredients. It's okay. We've got some salt, we've got some butter, we've got an egg, and we've just got some water. So let's start this. I thought I was recording. I wasn't. We just put the flour in the bowl, and we put the egg in the bowl. Now we're going to put, oh, this is so difficult with one hand. Oh man, I made a mess. 1 teaspoon of salt. Go ahead. And go ahead and pour in that water as well. And you're gonna want to hand mix this for about 10 minutes. I can't do that while I'm holding the camera. So I'll be right back. This is looking awesome. Look at this. Look at that dough. It's gorgeous. Next, you want to add in the butter. You want to make sure that it's soft and not straight out of the fridge. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult to mix in there. Alright, another thing I'm going to have to do with both hands, I'm afraid. Once it forms into a nice round ball, or is able to form into a nice round ball, cover it with plastic wrap in a bowl, like so. Now you're going to have to leave it for about an hour to let it rise. So now we're waiting on 2 things. Let's make some of these while we wait. Yeah. Aren't they so cute? I think it's safe to say I have the best lunch ever. Got the ramune, some okonomiyaki chips that I've never had in my life. They might be interesting. And some little mini steam buns. Now that the dough's risen a little bit, not as much as I wanted to, but it rose a little bit. Now we can take it out Get the lovely camera view. Place some flour on your counter. And we gotta just squish the air out of it. So I rolled it all out and then made it into a little ball, and now we're gonna divide it into 8 pieces. And now we're gonna make every piece into a ball. My good camera died, so now I have to use my phone. But we now cover the little balls of dough with some plastic wrap and let those sit for about 15 minutes. So now we have to take each one of these little guys and roll them out into a little circle. Put a ball of Anko, which I didn't record, but it's all finished. It's very mushy and very sweet and very tasty. Anyways, we have to put a ball of Anko in the middle and wrap them up. So, yeah, here the dough is all rolled out. Now we put a little ball of Anko in the middle. It looks gross, but I tasted it. It is really, really, really good. It's like mushy, sweet bean stuff, which it is. Yeah, it's awesome. Then you just pinch the sides in to make it look something like this. This one's pretty ugly, but it's kind of how you want it to look. Here are my 8 and 10 rolls. Bread, balls, things. So they went from messy to slightly less messy, but about the same. Now you want to put these on a baking sheet with some parchment paper underneath them. Also, I didn't mention you gotta put them upside down, because that's the way they go. So just make sure that they're at least 2 inches apart from each other. Crack an egg and whisk it up and put some salt in it, and that will be your egg wash that you will gently brush onto the end pan. These are my favorite. Look at it go! Woo! Okay, yeah. So, I whisked up the egg, put a little more salt in there. I have salt, see? And you just want to take your little brush thing and just brush it over. I was looking at the wrong spot and I slopped too. Yum. So you just want to do that on every single one. So normally you would sprinkle black sesame seeds on these, but unfortunately all I have is white sesame seeds. So just go ahead and sprinkle it on every single one. I think it'll still look cute with white ones. I don't think it'll taste any different anyways. Oh well. Then you want to go ahead and put these in the oven at 370 degrees for about 17 minutes. Take them out of the oven and let them cool, and then they're done. They're all so cute and they smell so good.